side, but yeah, just watching Simple in general is can't really get enough of that.
All right, well, here we go again, London. Pissed around, going live. Astralis, Navi, opening map of the day. I don't think anyone expected to see Astralis here in the losers match. Remember, the loser of this series as well is relegated to the Spring Showdown.
That is exactly right. So definitely means they still have a chance, but you wouldn't expect it to be here. Sip playing close with Device really far back, and he has got at least some grenades, Sip, to try and buy some time, but I don't think this is going to be quick, it looks like. Means that Molotov could actually be used for C-Connector instead. They're going to be going right down there. Sip setting himself up for a bit of a flashbang. There's the grenade coming in. Sip gets a kill and a good follow-up. Not really headshots, just spamming away that USP, but good for 2 kills, and now looking for a third. Simple will shut him down, but that's long range. The P250 down on the ground.
And the aggression, the kills from Xyp9x forced Simple to get aggressive and try and find more kills. That brought him out into the open for the elimination, and that's the bomb on the floor. This pistol round is surely going to go the way of Astralis. Glaive to close it out, 1-0.
That worked out really well. And it was, I mean, the fact that Device was in there playing a little bit of backup, that didn't even really seem to have much in effect. He got shot down really. That was the P250, the opening kill. That's exactly what it's meant to do.
Yes.
But Sip is a world-class B-side player on this map.
He's perhaps the best, and I mean, you can see, like I said, it just forces Simple into an overextension on that upper ramp. Even though he gets the kill, there's nowhere to go after that. He's well exposed to all the rotations that come in. No plant, no second round buy, so it's just Glocks and the Deagle on Simple. Oh, that was a cute attempt.
That was the newcomer. I appreciate that. Trying to make a name for yourself. Why not?
The Zeus Master. No one's taken that mantle quite yet.
Shamefully so. I mean...
Maybe Tarek.
Maybe Tarek. Well, there are a couple of players out there that will show something every once in a while. Simple crouching him with the D. Oh, he lands a follow-up headshot taking down Maze. Not great. If you're Astralis, you don't want to be giving away anything else now.
Starting to get costly. 2 players fall, 1 more would be fantastic for Navi, and at least, you know, even if they lose this round, you got to be happy with the start that Simple's having. 4 kills, I think all 4 of them headshots, 2 with the P250 and the pistol round, and 2 here in this round, and he's got a chance for more. Device has snuck himself into an awkward situation. It's down to timing for him and Ivy.
Yeah, the thing that makes this very rough is the armor that they're lacking, but somehow that doesn't even matter. The MP9 comes in, they swap that out for an M4 now, and Electronic, he's got the health for it. It's a very awkward round indeed. But again, just remember that armor could... Oh! Forget about the armor! Sip goes down, Simple with another kill. 3 of them, all headshots with the Deagle. That is why we just keep mentioning his name time and time again, and the M4 will end it. Navi picking up the 2nd round.
They barely invested anything into that round. That is a very cost-effective win with these headshots from Simple. It's so beautiful.
Stop.
That's nasty. He just spots the elbow here and responds perfectly onto Xyp9x. And listen, yeah.
I think that's disgust.
I think he felt those shots. One of the things that we noticed yesterday was when Complexity was going on some of those big streaks against Astralis, one of the other things that was a very uncharacteristic of this Danish team was it seemed like they kind of cracked a little bit, crumbled under that pressure. If Navi can do something similar, I mean, we'll have to test Astralis again and see if one more time, if maybe they feel a little bit nervous, maybe they try and start doing too much because they're losing.
Crouching in that creek. Scout going to be falling back. You're right, and what was so wild about how that happened is Astralis won the first 5 rounds, so you thought, you know, that's it. Like, if they were going to get pressured,
yeah,
that's not happening now, and the fact that Navi can answer back in round 2
with just a Deagle.
With just Deagles, that's a good sign, isn't it?
I think it was literally just the 1 Deagle on Simple, and Glocks assigned that. He did a phenomenal job, obviously. Device down to 44. He's got the Scout. Speaking of Deagles, 4 of them in play for the Astralis side. And just a pretty standard default setup. 3 players outside, 2 towards the inner bomb site. Zip and Device working together.
Yeah, he's got a smoke down there. Sip maybe could find some good timing to make it uncomfortable for them if they come rushing down the ramp. If you have to run through the smoke, that's generally not that much fun. Yeah, he's trying to time it. As they're throwing all of their grenades into it. Still 40 seconds on the clock, but they've used a fair few of them already. Device back. He can't really find much, can he?
I'd be surprised if they commit to this, considering Electronics already all the way out Ivy. This is very dangerous. A perfect stat call so far, and yeah, he picks one off, but Electronic has control. They're going to back away, and he's going to cut off the rotations, Electronic. All they have to worry about is Dupree on top of the train. No one else can get through Z. Electronic's got one from behind. A great headshot from Glaive, but still, control completely in the favor of Navi.
Yeah, they just need to not get interrupted on this bomb plant. There's only 10 seconds left, so it can't really stop from being planted, although it's going to be a disaster. And they will get it through, and the cleanup now should be fairly easy. That Krieg on Sip, definitely worth saving here. That's a late call for Navi, but you pointed it out. Electronic had already pretty much cleared most of the bomb site, so...
I was surprised to even see them kind of even attempt to go out that upper ramp, considering he was all the way at the end of Ivy. He was ready to attack. He was in position. He had felt no pressure whatsoever. So I'm assuming he just got very stern with this call to rotate back. And that'll be the second round for Navi, 2-1 on this offensive side of Train.
Could have been pretty disastrous if they'd kept into that B bomb site.
That was very worrying. 3 players there. I think a 4th was going to arrive pretty quickly.
Terrorists win.
Giving up the Krieg. Kind of annoying, I guess. But still, Astralis not really able to put too much into this round. So you have to imagine anyway that it's going to be hard for them to find the perfect position to put that weapon in. Actually, Glaive picks up some body armor in this round. So a little bit of investment behind the Krieg. Just wanted to see if they could, yeah, turn it around somehow. And that one MAC-10 on Simple, I'm guessing he's going to be fairly aggressive with it.
I like this from Glaive, though. I like the investment of armor. He's going to get boosted up as well. There's the aggression, as you mentioned, with the MAC-10. Not crazy, not rushing all the way down towards Ivy, but he's got a solid position. It's Magisk who's going to be the first player in trouble because of Simple.
Oh, now he's making a little bit more noise. Magisk, he's got a USP. He's just hoping that someone's going to come out of him out. Not even happening. Simple, that's a long range and a quick triple with the MAC-10. So all of the danger pretty much gone.
It's 9 kills on Simple, 5 kills on Electronic. Everyone else on Navi still at 0. It's a 2-man affair for Navi at this point. 6 now on Electronic.
Yeah, but I'm fine with it. I think everyone is fine with it.
And they've even taken the Krieg right back in their hands. Simple swaps that out, so that's a nice little gift for him, especially the bonus money of the MAC-10 kills. I mean, this is about as perfect a start as you can have after losing a pistol round if you're Navi.
Yeah, they're really cruising through these early rounds. 9-1 on Simple, you're absolutely right. That Simple and Electronic combination has just been amazing.
I'm actually a little surprised Magisk didn't hear him. Maybe there was some communication. Maybe it was just out of his
I was
hearing.
wondering about that too.
Yeah, it looked like Simple was close enough. Astralis, right off the bat, switches into a double op setup, and both offers have no armor. So let's see how this goes. Fast-paced, utility being thrown out on the fly. Perfecto, going to be the first one up, jumps over the spam. Dupree's in some trouble, but he doesn't know it yet.
Oh, they have a lot of yard control. The bomb is still back there, so they're just trying to clear the path. 2 people blindly shooting through, and Simple will go down. That was Magisk picking that one up. I'm not sure what he could actually see. Glaive sneaking through, Perfecto on the other side, but he's alone right here. He needs some backup or someone to throw a grenade for him, or he might get spammed down eventually. Magisk on the one side. That's smoke. Ooh, Device will take a kill, but he's waiting for it. That actually wasn't smoke at all, so he can still see.
Bombs down so far back as well. I think these ops are going to start chewing up Navi. Perfecto, no idea. Still, easy shot for Magisk. And now he can just lie in wait, force Perfecto to commit, and another kill. Nice job from the ops. All 5 kills going to the 2 snipers on Astralis.
That was, I mean, that kind of a round for Navi. When you're set up with 2 people this aggressively, okay, you could actually see over the smoke, but if you don't win that fight, then is there even a plan B at that point in time? What do you do?
I'm not sure. I think the low percentage fight that Simple takes, just spamming through the smoke, I'm wondering if maybe he was doing that to, I don't know, maybe disguise Perfecto's position, who was already pretty advanced. That lowered Dupree into aggression. Once he went down, Dupree was a free kill. They just couldn't build upon it. Still plenty of money for Navi.
Yeah, that AWP on Simple as well. So, still people on the side of Astralis here with the odds, in spite of the fact that Navi definitely looking like they're on point. But that was a good round for Astralis, especially investing into the double AWP and not really losing that much in the round. That's always what you really want to try and have happen. Do Navi even know that it's a double AWP setup is another question.
Oh yeah, they know now. Both ops rang out in the previous round, so they have to have that intel, which I think is why all 5 players coming to the inner bomb site force those ops into the rotation. It's a classic tactic to try and take the weapons away to defeat this defense. The question is, can they get there? Will they lose too many players? Zip's got a double before being burned alive, but now the op on Device is in play.
Flamey's hiding inside of the smoke. If he comes through and Device is scoped up, he could get the kill immediately. There we go. Headshot taking him down, but Simple's dropped it. That leaves Flamey alone. A missed opportunity for Magus. That could have been the end of the round. And now Dupree with a flank coming in. Flamey, he doesn't really know it yet, but you could tell he's kind of suspecting it. And Dupree, if he walks down the ramp, he might be able to see the bomb beforehand if it isn't already called out. So I don't know, there's still 30 seconds. All of the pressure right now on Flamey, and he's slow playing it. He might not have that luxury. A long-range fight, and he gets dinked at least down to 71.
Yeah, but that's not that much damage for a dink, and that actually might lure Dupree into an awkward play. Might think he's very, very low, but the time is of the essence for Flamey.
Yeah, he's walking back into it. Dupree's got such a weird angle, and he'll win the fight just barely. The beginning of this round, because if you notice, Sip was set up by a flash. I think Device threw that flashbang for Sip to get the double kill. He's peeking right in. They're both flashed right here. Yeah, it's Device getting the assist, so that was a clean setup. Device actually did a lot without getting any kills here, just to be able to do that. And then it's kind of almost lost the round anyway. So that's a bit scary if you're on the Astralis side.
Well, especially because they lost both ops. They have to rebuy them on Mega Skin Device. That's all their money. And Navi, as I said, they were flush with cash from some of the early clean rounds. And the bonus money on Simple from the MAC-10. So reset round for Astralis. They must convert this or else they're back to pistols.
Sees that on Boomich. He definitely did. Fair bit of damage. Device, though, that's a way to do it. Over at Ivy, 2 kills with the AWP to begin with. And now they definitely should fall back Astralis. No point in giving them more fights when you've already done this well. In fact, Device is just doubling down on the aggression, and Boomich showing up. Again, range with the CC. He's got no chance at all. He's going to go down, and it's being called out. There's another guy in main. Yeah, this is kind of the opposite of what Navi needed. Even if they end up losing this round from the early on, they want the same amount of damage as they did in the previous round.
Yeah, you want some kills. You want to keep that money low, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Flamey and Perfecto at this point, you're just thinking, you're not thinking for the win. You're thinking, let's eliminate one player and see what else we can get from that. But they are blocked out of everything. Device has them cut off from Ivy. They don't have the tools to go battle an op at that range. Deep smoke in towards T connector means they just have to wait it out. This is brutal.
Yeah, it does feel like they've been checkmated a little bit in this position. They could wait around and hope for a mistake, but the regular version of Astralis probably won't give you many. The one that we saw yesterday was, made you think maybe, but right now they're doing what they should be doing. 20 seconds on the clock.
It's going to be a save call for Navi. Electronic has 1,200, so likely a half buy on some of these other 3 players. Electronic will have something to work with, but these 2 guys are going to be stuck on what they've got in hand at the moment. Only $50 in the bank for both of them. And for Astralis, not enough cash for the hunt. So this round kind of fizzles away slowly. 4-3 lead for Astralis. And we'll see how much Navi wants to commit on the other 3 players.
Yeah, there's no point in, if they had more money, Astralis, surely they go look for the fight in the last 10 seconds, but I agree, this time, not worth it, really.
142 ADR on Simple.
Just half of the cause, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty blistering start for him. Nice shots from Device as well, even the follow-up wide swing. I liked this play. That's just asserting some dominance. Get out towards Ivy, even though it's not necessarily the smart fundamental play. So much information, a calculated risk that nets them everything.
Oh, grenade around the corner. That's going to land on top of at least some of them, yep. That's a solid amount of damage. And Glaive, he's got Magus behind him, could throw a grenade. Oh no! Simple now, styling on Dupree.
That's what Perfecto tried to do. Maybe they looked at some of the demos and said, this is possible for us to get to this position. Electronic decides not to wait out the smoke. That's just clearing a second later. He could have been a bit more patient.
I would love to see Dupree's face cam when that happens. I feel like it'd be good comedy.
I'm sure we will.
He's got some eye rolls in him, doesn't he?
Now towards the inner bomb site with such low HP, this seems like a perfect setup for a multi-kill from Zipnix.
Yeah. And this position is very, very hard to clear. What you really need is to find a way to make Magus go relevant, so you have to force Zip to look above himself. But if that doesn't happen and he can just focus on that ramp, yeah, he's in a really strong position. And you see immediate headshot. The grenade out, just buying time, 40 seconds on the clock. And Magus can device showing up long range with that double orb and no chance to do anything here. Simple, gonna go down, had a deagle and low health. 5 rounds on the board for Astralis and starting to build some real economy behind themselves right now.
I think the tough part is this double op setup from Astralis is looking very, very strong at the moment. I don't think it hasn't seemed like Navi's really had the answer for it just yet. That's all you can do.
Yeah, it's hard in the moment, isn't it, to not take that personally.
Well, 4 deagles for Navi. Going to make things even more difficult. 3 flashbangs, though, to try and close the gap, or maybe something tricky for Boomich to find a kill. He was phenomenal yesterday. They're going to need more of that, but here's that mobile defense from Astralis. This time it's not Zipnik's inside. It's the AWP at the lower ramp on point, and he's got a leg shot.
They already had a round, second round, where Simple got them 3 headshots. You can't really rely on the idea that that's going to happen, you know, too many more times. You have to expect that Astralis probably are going to be coming out with a pretty good amount of rifles in a round like this. So, still, they're playing T side of Train, Navi, so the fact that they already have 3 rounds is actually a pretty decent sign. If they could build some more and get up to, you know, 6 or something, that's where you start to feel a bit more confident, I would say.
Ooh, close up with the M4. Perfecto's got a deagle headshot, but Glaves got 3 kills of his own. And it's just Zipnik's looking towards Ivy. These last 2 players about to turn the corner. And that's an easy spray down for him. 3-round lead, and Astralis is on fire. 5 in a row. 5 in a row since they brought out the double op setup. To go back to that point.
And they remember they lost pretty much everything in that 1 round and bought into it again. So they were adamant about using it. They wasn't just sort of like, let's test this out. They actually really want to stick with it. And I guess we see why. It's been working really well. It's disgusting when they both show up in the B bomb site, when Device is already there and then, you know, Magus shows up with the second one. That long corridor, like all the way down the bomb site, what do you do?
Well, we still haven't seen, I mean, when attacking the bomb sites, Navi hasn't made great progress. You know, even the round that got close, the first round with the double op setup, it was, you know, it was a 2-on-4 that kind of turned in their favor eventually, but the first 3 players got wiped out, and no one is making it into the bomb site. No one's able to push down those lanes inside and outside bomb sites.
Astralis winning the pistol, losing 3, and then back to winning the next 5 here. That's a pretty good trend if you're on the Astralis side. Setting up a pretty common setup for Navi at the moment. Bomb dropped far back, so they're just trying to get a little bit of control down towards Ivy and up in the white holes up there. Dupree playing a much more forward in the in that pop dog room.
Well, he's not scared by the taser kill that came out earlier, the Zeus kill. Simple being very passive with Flamey by his side at T-mid. Navi content this time to slow play it and let some of the utility run out and just gained a few advanced positions.
Maybe the only danger right now is if Glaive goes down at back Ivy. That could be really worrisome, because then Magus is kind of in the middle of nowhere out there. But ooh, it's Magus instead. Electronic to find the opening kill. That's a strong way to get started. Still 50 seconds on the clock. A little bit low on health, and the spam through. Oh, Glaive will catch it. That's some very fortunate timing. But now they have to go. They know they've got to hit it right now because more backup shows up. Under 40 seconds as they try and make their way through. And Dupree just checking. Going to be a bit of confirmation from Sip. Glaive is ready for it. And Perfecto, not a chance there. 30 seconds on the clock. And they're kind of spread out and locked down here, Navi. They need to break into this bomb site. And Flamey will get them 1. But Dupree, now he's got at least 1 locked in. And Boomich has got the bomb all the way at the back of the bomb site. 20 seconds on the clock. They need to move right now. And Symbol might have given them the opening that they need. Device, he wants to fall back and play for it instead. They don't actually go for the bomb plant. And that might be a problem. Dupree counting the seconds here, not trying to stop the bomb. I thought maybe he would have instead. It's Device sneaking in with the AWP. What a play! And leg shot comes through from Simple. He needed that kill immediately. He knows Dupree's already out around the corner. Simple in a 1 versus 2, and he's not going to get the chance. Dupree will take him right out. A great round for Dupree.
I mean, just waiting. He knew that they were going to be zoned in on his position. He knew they were planning where they cannot be seen from connector. Dupree was the only one who was in danger, so let Device make the next play. That is just a great, take your hands off the keyboard and mouse and let your teammate do all the work. Glaive had a pretty stellar round as well, but just smart play all over from Dupree and Device.
I can't believe he got a leg shot as well. Because if Simple turns and just takes down Device,
yeah,
such a different round.
It's a whole different round. 7-3, 4-round lead for Astralis. And now the problem becomes they had Astralis for like 2 or 3 rounds in that really scary position where they're just out of money, where there's, if they lose that round, they're done. And that on the T side of Train is so valuable. That's what allows you to claw up to that 5-6 rounds very early and feel much more comfortable. Now this is going to be a grinding battle. They're going to have to win these rounds in isolation. It's going to be tough to string 2, 3 together, especially when you haven't even found yet the recipe to overcome the 2 ops.
And you've already had a number of rounds here where, your star player in Simple has opened it up. He's given you some of those leads, and, you need the rest of the team to follow that in right now. I'm noticing Lord Boomich at 0 kills at the moment and 9 deaths.
It's not very lordly, more of a peon.
Yeah, well, it depends on how you analyze it. He's getting the rest of them to do the work, sending him out in the field, sitting back in the castle, just, having a good time.
Hanging out.
Maybe it's too lordly, in fact.
Well, these ops now, there's been so many different looks. Device towards Ivy. Magus between the trains at Sandwich. Aggressively peeking into the choke points, denying map control, denying positioning from the Navi offense.
Look at the utility on that Navi team. I mean, this is before they even get, attempt a bomb plant. After plants are not going to be fun with this amount. That's a real check on Device. And that's Electronic alone. Still going for the B bomb side, though. They're not slowing it down. Sip is falling back, but Glaive is still in here, and they're not checking it. That's the one. They line up for him, and a beautiful triple kill. They thought they had it all figured out. Once they saw Sip falling back down there, I think they thought, all right, that's it. We've done it with Electronic. Still a bit of a flank coming in.
He can bring it right back. They have no idea he's here. There's the first kill. Simple, he's looking for the flank at the moment, but Electronic cannot convert. Simple has the intel. He knows exactly where Glaive is, but great movement from Glaive to stay alive. He's forcing Simple to be the aggressor, trying to find this kill before the flank comes in, because Magus is creeping behind him, and he can't even handle the first.
That's every single one from Glaive. He actually stayed alive for the whole thing and got the ace. The way that all got started. Man, this is a wild round because you can actually almost read Navi's psychology in this round. Electronic opens it up on the other side, and then they see Sip falling back, and they think that's it. They've bought it. That 1 kill over at Ivy, that sold it, and then Glaive is still hiding in there for a magnificent spray down.
I mean, you can't do that, though. I mean, that's just poor theory and poor crafting on how to attack that bomb site. 3 players all looking in the same direction. Yeah. Not a single one covering the other. And that's what allows Glaive to get 3 kills and eventually the ace. Sloppy play so far on the attack for Navi. And this round is not looking much better.
Electronic, he's got that Krieg. He's losing teammates. Doesn't really want to take a charge through the smoke here. Magus gone one side. Really well defended A-bomb side. They've got 4 people out here, and there's really no way to get through, is there? Smoke is fading ever so slightly, and he's a bit quicker inside of the smoke, which is a common occurrence now.
Listen, Electronic's having some success. Probably the most success Navi has had is out towards Ivy. And it's usually been allowing Electronic to work on his own, so they have to find ways to have success elsewhere based off those kills. But this is a bit tough. Another opening kill for Electronic and Ivy, and now he's just got nothing to do. All of his teammates have fallen 1 versus 4. They know his position, and yet he's still going to get a kill out of it.
Yeah, and Sip smartly was shooting through the smoke. Again, for whatever, game mechanical reasons, if you're inside of the smoke, a lot of the time you're just going to get like slightly more visibility a bit earlier than people outside. But for that same reason, people do sometimes check those smokes as they're fading. Just a little bit of preemptive fire will do it for you. And they're going to finally take him down. See if they could pick up the second AWPR. It's pretty far back there, so they only saved the 1. But I don't think Astralis mind that much. 9-3, and they've gone on a 8-round run. And out of those 8 rounds, well, one of them was the save round. The other one was a bomb plant, but the rest of them, Navi haven't even got the bomb down. That's an issue too.
That's a massive issue. Not a whole lot of cash flowing towards them. And the other problem is it's the captain. It's the in-game leader of Astralis, Glaive, 17-6 at the moment. He's been dominant. And they're doing a very good job, Astralis, of changing up their defense pretty much every single round. Navi cannot get a good read of where these AWPs are going to be positioned.
Pretty good grenade there on Electronic. SWAT. 58 damage just from stepping on nearly a landmine, I think, over at Ivy. Looks like they want to try and double drop Dupree. He's pretty close range. That actually could be a little bit scary. They land right on top, and he does a lot in return, but not enough for a kill, so it's an opening.
They have to convert at this point. Round number 13, you need to start getting more rounds on the board. You need to win this 5-on-4. 3 players still defending outside because the op on device is pushed towards upper ramp. They have all the information of what's coming. Magisk, a tough angle, and he's got the first. Boomich on the board as well, but what a flick! And Glaive still adding on as well. Time for Electronic to get involved.
Okay, but how does he do that? Glaive is right here waiting for him, and he's still going to win the fight. A huge double coming in, dropping Magisk, and then the turnaround, and now Device. Can he find a clean angle into that site? If he can and pick off one, that's huge. Simple is kind of looking for him with the Krieg, so walking around this corner could be very scary. He's up on the train, and Device is slowly edging his way in. Simple's got the bomb, so he has to cross Device's point of view, at least if he sticks around here. 25 seconds, and if the bomb drops in the middle, then Device has got a really good chance. Can he get the flick? Not quite. That's a tall order to ask. 18 seconds, and the bomb will be going down. Electronic hiding at a very strange off angle, and now Device can't even really unscope, or he'll give the whole round away here. So he's got to stay scope looking in, or they'll definitely hear it. Very tough indeed. He's trying to check that corner. He's not quite right. He's got the right idea, but doesn't want to commit to it, and with the deagle out, he's going to get taken down. A triple kill for Electronic. And that was, I mean, right now, it's a simple Electronic show on this Navi side.
Yeah, that was a beautiful round from Electronic. That's a change of pace in how he's attacking Ivy. This was a much slower, a lurk almost, where we've seen him entry and be aggressive before, and he had to overcome a lot. There were some phenomenal plays from this defense. Good awareness to check behind him as the smoke clears. A 4th round. Look at the damage being dished out by Flamey and Boomich. That's not good enough. 2 kills for Boomich, 3 kills for Flamey in the game.
Yeah, I mean, if they can just, you know, double that ADR or something, then they're pretty competitive all of a sudden. 9-4, 4 rounds. It's a foundation to build the second half of, but it's not amazing. Oh, but that is, they shoot him through the wall. Device, and here's the soul beat defense, and they don't know that, but what a way to get started.
Another 5-on-4. They've got a real chance here again. And the money is very, very low. If Navi can convert this, the final round should feel much easier. You won't have the 2 ops to go against. Glaive shifting in to take up Device's position at the B bomb site. And Electronic again, the lone attacker at Ivy.
Yeah, right now they're actually going to be swapping Magisk a little bit further back. That means this A bomb site, it's going to be very, very undefended. They're taking a big risk here.
I don't mind this at all, because remember, Astralis is out of money. If they lose all these weapons and the round, it's pretty much a 2-for-1 for Navi. So Astralis is just making a guess. They're saying, this is quiet. We're going to assume they're going to hit this outer bomb site. If they don't, just give it up. Keep these 4 weapons alive. It's not the most exciting, not even going to go for the retake unless Zipnix does something crazy from ladder room, but preserve the weapons for that final round, and the gamble doesn't pay off.
Good call out of Navi as well.
It's the high percentage call to make.
No, I think you're right. They're not even sticking around on the edge of that bomb site to try and figure out, like, maybe we could sneak in a kill. They've already made that choice, so you do like to see it. That's
the kind of call that, you know, the nerdy Counter-Strike people, the in-game leaders, are going to really appreciate.
Yeah, Counter-Strike for the hardcore people. It's true.
For the dorks.
For the real dorks. Well, they're going to be saving all the way, and Navi are not really that interested in hunting them down and following them around. So 5th round on the board. If this finishes 9-6, I think Navi are going to be pretty excited about that.
Especially considering you lost pistol. Even though you convert the second round, still that's going to be a big, big accomplishment. So fair play. Well done from Navi. They've got their 5th. They've got a chance for a 6th. They've clawed this back at the very least right at the end of this half. That was an 8-round run at the middle of this half for Astralis, and Navi's now trying to regain some of that control.
Yeah, and again, the fact that so much of this is built off 2 of the Navi players.
Yeah.
So the second half or even the second map could be so different if there's just a little bit more backup. What a joy, though. That simple and electronic combo.
The other small detail as well, that stack towards the inner bomb site allows them to recover Device's AWP.
True.
So now they still have that double op setup that Navi would have loved to have avoided in this 15th round. It's not going to happen. Timeout being called to try and... Actually by Astralis to try and just figure out a way to stop this this small run that Navi has been on to close the first half. Try and make sure that Navi can't go into the break and into the second half with any kind of momentum.
Yeah, I mean...
I just can't get over that 20 ADR on Boomich, the low on Flame, I think it was low 30s. And I mean, listen, because the double op, not to harp on it too much, it's been so effective, but those kills just come out so quick, right? Those first players in, they just go down, not even a chance to really deal damage. So every once in a while, when a double op setup is this effective, you are going to get some pretty ugly ADR stats.
Yeah, the kind of setup that they've had so far, that's what you dream of when you buy the double op, and it doesn't always work out that way. Ooh, flashbang in, and it could have been the UMP, but instead it's a quick shot and a quick trade up to the Kree there. Glaive really quick with his weapon switch.
It's an important kill considering how effective Electronic has been at Ivy. That's a big piece, and as you mentioned, it's been a 2-man show. 28 kills between Electronic and Simple. You've got 9 between the other 3 members of Navi.
Look at Dupree just playing anti-flash, because he's got backup from Device right behind him, so that's very difficult to break. I mean, you could do it with a Molotov or something, but then you're throwing those grenades so early that you're going to be missing them later. See what they do to try and break this, if they actually show up for it. Simple running with the bomb up there. Still a minute left, so...
Dupree might have heard that. Now they have 2 defenders at the inner bomb site, so no reason to rotate or cheat anyone else in there.
He heard it. And Sip playing close again. He's been really good in this B-bomb site.
I have to imagine this is going to be a fake towards inside, a drop down the ladder because Perfecto and Boomich still ready to pounce. Actually, they're going to set Flamey in. They're going to see if he can just find 1 kill. He's not too committed. Now he's fully committed and he gets nothing. 3 versus 5, but the rotation is in. Astralis got lured pretty far away, which gave space to Boomich. He's the next one to make a play. Perfecto, shoulder peeking, not expecting to pre, but he recovers well. And all of a sudden, the outer bomb site is cracked open.
That's a very important kill for Magisk right now. 18 seconds, and they're going to go straight for the bomb. Oh, the grenade! He was shot out. They were shooting under the actual carriage, so Simple had to move out of the way. And once he did, the grenade caught him 8 seconds. And Boomich, what could you even do at this point in time? He's looking for the bomb. He's finally picked it up, and he's out of time. There's nothing to do. 10 rounds for Astralis here at the end of the first half. Man, I can't. We're going to need to see a replay of that. What a way to end it. They shot him under the train and he ran into the grenade. That's so unfortunate.
That was a
double op setup.
Yeah, despite how ugly that half looked, I mean, really, 3 of those 5 rounds were just because Astralis didn't have the money to fight, but
yeah,
that was a brutal defense put up by Astralis. Still, 5 rounds you can work with. You can recover from this. We'll see how good this defense can be from Navi on train. Utility on Electronic. There's no kits on the CT side. Boomich gonna go for the fight. He's got 1, can't transfer over. Still 3 players at range out at this bomb site.
I thought he would have got nothing from that fight. It looked like he was, that's really dirty Electronic. He must have just been able to see an outline around that. Perfecto falling back and trying to play it safe, and he should as well. There's no point in going down right now. They've got the 4 versus 3. Glaive, though, is actually sneaking in on this side. Now, if there's enough of a distraction, if he could find a kill, that would help out Astralis so much, and they're kind of banking on it. Oh, there it is, the headshot from the Glock to take it out, and suddenly they could try and pinch this bomb side a little bit. Well, this is scary.
Well, they could also try and pitch towards inner if Glaive wants to make his way. It looked like he had the idea. Perfecto taking a shot. He just spots the one inside. New angle. Out in the open is Dupree, and he still wins the fight straight up. Zip waiting in ladder room. That's the bomb spotted as well. He needs to back away and join up with Dupree towards the B site. And Dupree is just holding on like a champ, like the champion that he is. And Dupree buying so much time, and actually they've just gone right back outside. Flamey has no chance. He's been juked.
I can't believe it. Yeah, that's obviously Dupree individually playing well, but then the constant switching around. They saw the bomb over at Ivy, they saw Sip falling back, and as Dupree's holding it because they want to rotate in, Dupree just says, that's fine, they're all here, let's go back to A instead. Yeah, you're going to feel really outplayed.
Oh yeah, so outplayed that you don't even go for it. You just hang out at that inner bomb site, try and preserve the armor. Dupree's going to be on the hunt. What a nice round for Dupree, who had a pretty stressful first half in that ladder room. He was Zeus. He had a couple awkward deaths.
Yeah, put that taser on you, and suddenly life is no longer fun, is it? Ooh. Chance here for Dupree to close it out. He's got a bit of range. Instead, it's Flamey to at least get a bit of revenge before he goes down. Still, 11-5, and oh, that's a disaster for Navi. Talking about a strong start. You would love to see Simple with an early AWP on this map. And they could obviously go for a double of their own.
I think they're going to need it. I'm actually surprised to see him go so heavy into the scout, but they're looking to win this second round, much like they did in the first half. But if they're not going to win this, that's going to be one more round Simple won't have the AWP, and that might be like one of the few chances they have going into that first gun round. Perfecto, the young player, on his own at the inner bomb site. A lot of faith in him. Boomich has already hit the floor. That's ladder room.
Yeah, that was a rough start for him. And you're right, putting the newcomer and young player, as you said, in the B bomb site alone, definitely takes something to play in that position.
Well, it's an interesting decision to make as well, because you can't imagine they have a whole lot of faith in him playing at this level just yet. And the fact that he's in there alone, that's going to make you feel, if you're that rotating player, it's going to make you feel like you have to lean in that direction a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you have to be prepared to help at that bomb site, you know, even when maybe it's not necessary. So that's just going to weaken the defense outside as well. Gamble stack for Navi, 4 players at B. And Astralis is playing this very slow and very cautious, wheeling towards Ivy.
Yeah, they just don't want to make any mistakes at all. And well, that first half, you could see the betting crowd loving that. The odds heavily favoring Astralis at the moment, 1-5. That's a big difference.
I think it was 1-3 when we started as well. Glaive looking for someone to come around the edge of this smoke. Electronic is waiting, and he pre-fires through it. He cannot handle it. The UMP just not equipped the way the Krieg is. And that should be the kill that ends the round. Perfecto, Simple, Flamey. Gotta save these weapons.
Yeah, it's not really worth it, is it? It's better to try and have that punch in the next round. And again, when you're 12-5 like they're about to be, at some point you do have to put up a fight. Like, you have to start putting more rounds on the board, or Astralis are going to have such a huge lead. We'll find out if they're going to be able to do that somehow. I think even making sure no one goes to pick up the UMP or anything, they're really punishing them. Glaive at 23-8. That's kind of outrageous considering just this is the 17th round. We've seen Glaive with those kind of games before.
I mean, he's obviously someone we talk about as one of the best fragging in-game leaders that we have in the entire scene.
Yeah.
He's been unbelievable at times with what he's able to accomplish, especially on the defense, as we saw in that first half. It happens across multiple maps. For me, it's, you know, when I think of Glaive being a fragging in-game leader on a map, it's Nuke, the way he plays outside in Mini.
Yeah, he's playing that aggressive yard position where he's like all the way up close. That is fun, actually. Don't get to see that nearly enough now. A couple of HE grenades on the CT side, just throwing them into T main. This is a decent idea. Could maybe be some kills behind that, but
I mean, you can also see the plan of Astralis entering in towards Connector and all staying along the opposite wall, the right wall from their point of view. And this is a very slow creep behind the smoke outside, and Navi just had no idea. Simple responding with the scout, but you can't get much done on the follow-up from there. Device into pre. Fight back, and it's a 4-on-2. Boomich with the deagle.
he had the idea, but yeah, Magisk was waiting for him. He wanted to inch closer. He was feeling the chance for a 1D down the line of that bomb site. Instead, it's Perfecto. And we haven't seen an enormous amount out of him. Not sure that's really his fault at the moment. It's one of those strange things, and it might be even more tricky on the defensive side of this map. Although that is a good kill. But yeah, if he's in the B bomb side, it's not really going to be up to him how many of those fights he's going to be allowed. Sneaking in his Magisk for the final one, 13-5, and now it's time for Navi to turn this around if they can at all. I don't know, they've looked decent. Simple and Electronic, but yeah, again, the scoreboard does tell a lot of the story of what's been going on so far.
Yeah, just not enough production down the line to face up against a team like Astralis. Like, you have to have all 5 players at least doing their job, and at the moment they've only got 2, who you could even argue are going above and beyond their job, but at the moment, just not enough. Simple's got that AWP. Gonna cover Boomich and Electronic, getting aggressive into Sandwich, in towards E-Box, and nothing spotted just yet.
Every time we get a replay of Simple looking like that, where he sort of, you know, he just touches like, you know, 2 or 3 fingers right to the middle of his forehead. He's got that migraine building. I just wanna one time
Give him a hug.
Yeah, it's been too much, too long. Perfecto and Simple inside of the bomb site. Looks like it's going to be a very, very quick hit here from Astralis. No delay at all. They just go straight for it, running past the Molotov and running down Perfecto. And Simple, well, he got the shot off, but Glaive was there to trade it from the high ground. And that's a very decisive hit for Astralis. Not quite done yet. An important kill there for Electronic, but the bomb is going to be planted right away. And now it's a 3-on-3.
It's a nice Molotov to force Zipnik's off the bomb spot, but there's no one there to punish it. Boomich has been spotted. That's a big kill on the flank, but Zip is going to come close the gap, and he's got it. He's all alone. 1 versus 2. He's got no Molotov, and he might just have to commit down this lower ramp, and that would be exactly what Navi wanted.
If they don't have any grenades either, though, so they got to be really careful. Immediate kill, Electronic. Not as careful as you'd like. And now the problem is that flashbang could really set it up. Flamey, how does he do this? He picked up an AWP, and it takes him down. That's a critical kill. Turning around for it. No defuse kit either. So if he hadn't got that kill pretty much in that second, then it would have been too late. You just hear it clicking off. It's going to be down to the last millisecond, but it will work out. That's some good play. We talked about the rest of the Navi team. This time, Boomich with a flank, good kill, and Flamey to save it. That's important.
I think Zipnik's trying to peek right at the moment that he goes to click the defuse.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's just off by maybe a second. Did not expect Flamey to just stop and take the shot. 13-6. A chance for Navi to fight back and try and close this gap. That was a much-needed victory, but a costly one on the CT side. Only 1 player surviving, so they're going to have money issues as well. And I mean, I guess when you win every clutch that you're ever in, you're going to be disappointed at losing one at a 13-5 scoreline.
I'm impressed to see really any reaction out of Sip. We've been building this robot android story for a long time. You know, maybe he has got some sort of firmware upgrade.
Yeah, maybe it's just developed.
Ready to
over time. The AI has learned to have emotions.
Ready to pass that Turing test any day now.
Ugh, still, I don't stop showing the ADR. It makes me hurt.
Yeah, get up there. I mean, the thing is, they don't have to increase it that much more. They just need rounds like these. Boomich with a kill, Flamey with 1 or 2, that's all they need. There's nothing that Simple and Electronic keep doing what they're doing. We're not asking for the rest of the team to play like Electronic and Simple are. That's not even the requirement. Dupree looking for an opening, but it'll be Device instead.
Look how much free space, free real estate they're getting, though. Navi never had this much comfort pushing down these train lanes. They have no eyes on this at the moment. Flamey's getting in a position. He knows where one is. That has to be a kill. That one definitely is. Molotov's gonna rain in, trying to force him out, but they won't spread. The fire will not damage him and force him into the open. And Simple is still waiting for his chance.
Oh, and Flamey, I actually like that idea. He was trying to see if he could maybe get one back on them. Spotted out with the AWP up there. Device, he knows, and he wants to go for the fight. He's ready for it. Nearly getting that, but Perfecto. And they line up for 7. Unbelievable timing. He got the first kill through the smoke there by the E-Box on Boomich, and then he just swings out. And, well, if we see that replay from Sip's point of view, that would have been, he would have just been lucky. Like, yep, that's it. They're both there.
He was aiming for Simple to evacuate, right? And then the player just comes out of connector at the perfect time.
Yeah.
That one through the smoke. I mean, talk about lucky.
Guess he'll take both then.
Yeah, I mean, if you get 3 kills out of luck, is it really all that much luck?
Yeah, you're right. Isn't there some meme about creating your own luck if you're at a high enough level? I'm sure Duncan has some quote basketball related.
I think
thing.
that's a Batman quote. That's Two-Face.
Well, even more relevant for Duncan. Device, listen, they were wrecking us earlier on the desk. I feel like I'm allowed.
Don't justify it. Just let it hang there.
Yeah, you're right. Flamey alone out in the yard, and Simple and Perfecto not. Wait, they've got pistols. What are we meant to do here? 6 rounds for Navi. I don't know. There was so much more promise, I feel like. If you just look at the scoreline, that's not the read you're going to get, but I really felt like there was much more promise for Navi in this game than the scores led to.
I'm not gonna lie, Anders.
Go on.
I feel the opposite.
You feel like they should have had less rounds?
Well, I just don't feel like they've been in this, despite they've had some opportunities to be in it, but I mean, it's never panned out. Every time they had a chance to build some rounds, it went the other way, and now this is just desperate.
They've really shown a lot of heart. Can we go with that?
We can go with that. We'll go with the platitudes.
Great.
They've left it all out there on the train yards. 15-6, and it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, such a powerful lead, and Navi's economy. I mean, it's gonna allow for something. Scout being picked up on Simple instead of the AWP. Flamey playing with the M4A1 like he was previously, with one of the rare ones left. Not that many people. We've almost had them all eradicated.
Yeah, it's been abandoned, that weapon. Here we go, Glaive. Oh, he had a chance to pick one off. Didn't have gun in hand, but Boomich was very exposed. He's made his way in towards ladder. And this time it's not fast-paced and aggressive from Astralis.
Okay. He's just all of a sudden an acrobat, is he? Why is he taking time to learn that?
Why not? Why wouldn't you? 4 players outside. Ooh, this is awkward though. It's very concentrated in the middle of the yard, and Flamey covering Ivy from long range with an M4. It's not the most reliable. They're shifting a lot outside.
You know, I just realized now that we've got like player model skins as well, there should be one where it's like, you know, instead of regular pants, it's like stocking, so you can just show your leg down the stairs. Just teasing people. That was in my mind, Jason. I had to get it out.
Yep.
Just had to say it to get rid of it.
Stalking the leg.
Megas and Glaver pushing down Ivy. Electronic is right on the other side. He's counting the seconds. He just wants that smoke to fade so he can get a kill. He's been doing this all game. He's become a bit of a champion hiding inside of that smoke, and it's really working out for him. But on the other side, Perfecto and Flamey have to stay alive. Getting these first 2 kills from Electronic is amazing, but if this B-Def doesn't hold, it doesn't really matter. There's Perfecto going down, and now the question is Flamey. Is he going to be brave enough to flank around? He's looking for the kill, but up on the high ground, Sip is right up there, and he'll take him down and is ready for more of a fight. A 2-on-3 now, and a last chance for Navi to continue on train.
No kit as well. This is going to have to be quick. There's a real chance here, especially with Device. That AWP perching towards long. He's covering his teammate perfectly. Zip and Device can do so much work. That's the first, and now it's Device's turn. Oh, and he just looked away, but he had the opportunity.
He saw it out. Now Bloomich is coming in from the other side. This is very rough. There are no grenades.
No
I
time.
think, yeah, they might be out of time already. Sip goes down, but again, it might not even matter. He's straight on the bomb, but I don't know. This is going to be almost impossible, isn't it? You hear it already ticking away. 1 defuse kit, and they would have had another round, but it might be too late. And indeed it is. 16 rounds for Astralis as they take down Navi on train. An absolutely almost flawless victory here. That was very, very powerful.
Right.